Girl, you don't even know the real Gucci. Y'all think y'all know the real Gucci. Y'all don't know the real Gucci. That nigga parading around out here, that ain't the real Gucci, man. That's not him. I don't know where the fuck, honestly. Like, last time I seen Gucci was at Patchwork Studio in 2010. Cold Blooded was there. Was Mojo there? Yeah, I think Mojo, Cold Blooded. Like, that's the last time I saw Gucci in the flesh, but
believe that there's clones. We don't believe that because we don't feel like we have the technology. What you'd have to do is make a clone brain dead. Figure out how to engineer a brain dead clone that'll grow organs for you. Look, and then they'll make cloning legal. Because then you'll never have to.
The question I believe you're asking is human cloning.
Oh, yes, sir.
But let's start with the real question. The real question is cloning going on? Yeah, it is.
I knew it.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, let's just say animal cloning.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Let's start there. That's not a myth or...
No, that's been known.
That's not a conspiracy.
Personally playing for about 8 years now. It started around around Illmind 5 when that came out, because the song was so big, and then they told me I had to like kind of sacrifice something. They said you're gonna have to pay it back because you just put this information out there, and this is gonna put people in the wrong mindset of what we're trying to do in society. So they told me that if I don't do these list of things, then they're going to hurt my family. And it was like an all white room, and they opened one of the doors, and it had a Gucci suit, a Gucci bodysuit. And I said, "Oh no, please don't tell me that is what I think it is." They said, "Yeah."
The drama surrounding Gucci Mane has exploded into something far wilder than anyone expected, and it's spiraling faster by the day. What started as old jokes about Gucci being a clone has now erupted into a full-blown internet frenzy after rapper Hopsin, the very man long rumored to be Gucci's alleged double, suddenly resurfaced with shocking claims that sent fans into detective mode. Add Nicki Minaj's fiery accusations, Cat Williams' bombshell interviews, and resurfaced confessions from Gucci's ex, and the internet is now convinced something deeper, darker, and far stranger has been going on behind the scenes. The receipts people are pulling? Messier than ever. And if you thought the clone conspiracy was just another out there theory, the latest details are making even skeptics pause. The Gucci clone frenzy is officially back. And this time, it's louder, Messier, and spreading faster than it ever has before. Social media woke up in a chokehold after a wave of new allegations, resurfaced receipts, and one unexpected confession from Hopson that has everybody spiraling into chaos. Out of nowhere, the internet is buzzing again with whispers that something about Gucci Mane's transformation was never as simple as fans were told. Now Nicki Minaj is firing shots that have people reading between the lines. Cat Williams is out here dropping cryptic hints that feel a little too close to home, and the entire situation has snowballed into a mystery nobody saw coming. Every hour, more clips, old interviews, and suspicious details are getting pulled up like digital evidence. And people are starting to wonder if this theory might not be a joke after all. Whatever is going on, it's unfolding fast, too fast. And the deeper folks dig, the stranger this story gets. This isn't just rumor territory anymore. This feels like a storm building, and everyone's bracing for what comes next. Everything started spiraling again the moment Nicki Minaj decided she was done keeping quiet. Out of nowhere, she unleashed a fiery rant that instantly sent the internet into investigative mode, dragging the Gucci clone theory right back into the spotlight. And it wasn't just her tone. It was what she said and how pointed those accusations were. She called out Gucci's wife, Keisha, claiming she'd been trying to be me for years and was there to keep Gucci sedated. A line that had fans clutching their phones like they were holding classified intel. Then she took it even further, saying, "Y'all really don't understand who I really am. Bring it. Let's play." That alone was enough to make people pause, but her next statement was the one that cracked the internet open. She's being paid to be his handler. Fans didn't need anything more. Within minutes, timelines were flooded with people pulling up old clips, old photos, and old interviews, suddenly convinced there had been strange clues hiding in plain sight for years. The fact that Nicki tied Charlemagne, Jay-Z, and the entertainment industry into the mess only added fuel to the conspiracy, making it feel less like a rant and more like an expose. Viewers began revisiting Gucci's drastic transformation after prison, rewatching Cat Williams' interviews, and comparing old footage of Gucci to new footage like they were analyzing two completely different people. It's the way everything Nicki said seemed to align with what fans had already been whispering for years that sent the theory into overdrive. Now people are connecting dots, whether real or imagined, with a confidence that's making the whole situation snowball into something way bigger than anyone expected. The internet didn't just revive the Gucci clone theory out of thin air. People immediately started digging up old receipts, and the first name that reappeared was Gucci's ex-girlfriend Mac Breezy. Her claims resurfaced like they had been waiting in the shadows for the perfect moment. Years ago, she went on a heated rant insisting the Gucci everyone sees now ain't the real Gucci, swearing that the last time she saw him in the flesh was back in 2010 at Patchwork Studio. She spoke in a tone that was less dramatic and more eerily matter-of-fact, saying things like, "Y'all think y'all know the real Gucci. That man out here parading around ain't the same." At the time, people brushed it off as emotional venting. But now, with Nicki's accusations circulating and Hopson's bizarre confession trending again, those old clips don't feel random anymore. They feel like puzzle pieces the internet suddenly believes it understands. The consistency of Mac Breezy's claims with the new allegations is exactly what made fans lock in and look closer. Because if multiple people were hinting at the same strange shift over the years, maybe the conversation didn't start today at all. That's when the timeline of Gucci's life before prison became the centerpiece of the investigation. Viewers began revisiting the chaotic period leading up to his arrest, when Gucci Mane was spiraling publicly with explosive outbursts, legal issues, and unpredictable behavior that had even his closest peers concerned. He was involved in fights, club altercations, and moments of shocking aggression, including the infamous incident where he allegedly smashed a champagne bottle over a man's head in Atlanta. Not long after, he was arrested again for threatening people in traffic, resisting officers, and acting completely out of control. It looked like a man on the brink. But then came the unexpected twist. While incarcerated, Gucci suddenly issued emotional apology tweets, taking accountability for his behavior and admitting he had been battling a decade-long lean addiction that had destroyed him. His tone was vulnerable, almost fragile, expressing regret and a desire to get help. For many longtime fans, that version of Gucci, raw, flawed, and human, felt undeniably real. But when Gucci walked out of prison, everything changed. And this is the exact moment where the conspiracy theory exploded into something loud and unavoidable. The man who walked out didn't just look refreshed. He looked transformed to the point where it startled people. He had lost a dramatic amount of weight. His posture was different. His voice sounded clearer and more polished. And even his signature ice cream tattoo appeared sharper or altered in a way people couldn't quite explain. Some said he moved differently. Others said he smiled differently. Suddenly, the internet was flooded with before and after comparisons, and fans were convinced the transformation was too perfect, too sudden, too clean to be natural. The glow-up was so intense, it sparked a cult following of "That's not the same Gucci," turning the clone rumor into a full-blown online movement. Gucci eventually addressed the chatter himself, calmly saying he was simply healthier, more focused, and determined to leave his old ways behind. But instead of shutting down the conspiracy, his composed answer just made some fans more suspicious, because it didn't match the wild, unpredictable Gucci they remembered. Then came the final layer of gasoline poured onto the fire: Cat Williams. In one of his now legendary interviews, Cat spoke on cloning in the entertainment industry, not in a specific, name-dropping kind of way, but with enough detail to make people's eyes widen. He discussed how cloning allegedly began with animals and gradually moved into more questionable territory, describing a process that sounded like something out of a sci-fi movie, but delivered with the seriousness of someone recalling lived experience. Cat never mentioned Gucci directly, but the timing of his comments lined up perfectly with the renewed interest in Gucci's transformation. Fans instantly connected the dots themselves, insisting Cat was hinting at Gucci without saying his name to avoid backlash. And that's exactly where the theory crossed the line from silly internet rumor to a sinister possibility people felt weirdly confident analyzing. Once Cat's interview clips started circulating alongside Gucci's before and after photos, Hopson's confession, and Nicki's accusations, the energy around the conversation shifted entirely. It no longer felt like people laughing at a meme. Now it felt like a full-on investigation, with millions of viewers convinced they're piecing together something Hollywood would never admit out loud. Hopson's so-called confession is what truly sent the internet into meltdown territory. Out of nowhere, he posted a video on Instagram with the kind of eerie, deadpan delivery that made people stop scrolling instantly. He claimed he had been playing Gucci Mane for nearly a decade, saying it all started around the time his Ill Mind 5 song dropped. The way he told the story was unsettlingly calm, almost too calm, as he described being taken into a sterile, all-white room where agents allegedly threatened his family unless he agreed to step into the role. He talked about them opening a door to reveal a Gucci bodysuit, recounting the moment with this mix of disbelief and exhaustion that left viewers unsure whether he was joking, confessing, or spiraling creatively. The tone wasn't chaotic or goofy. It was straight-faced, almost documentary style, and that's exactly why people didn't know how to take it. Was this Hopsin trolling the internet like he's known to do? Or was this one of those moments where someone tells the truth in a way that looks like a joke because the truth sounds too ridiculous to believe? The ambiguity was unsettling, and fans latched onto it instantly. Comments flooded in from every direction. People saying things like, "There's no way he's this calm if he's just joking," while others argued, "Hopsin is clearly trolling y'all, relax." But even the skeptics couldn't deny one thing. The timing of his claims, popping up right when the Gucci clone conversation resurfaced, was suspiciously perfect, and that alone kept the theory alive. From there, the public reaction turned into a full-blown spectacle. TikTok detectives, Twitter theorists, and Instagram investigators all jumped into action like a digital search party determined to uncover the truth. Viral comments with thousands of likes popped up everywhere. One person wrote, "Nobody comes out of prison with perfect teeth, a six-pack, and a whole new bone structure. Y'all blind." Another said, "Even his mama said that wasn't her son. What more proof y'all need?" Others pointed out details like the tattooed differences, Gucci's more polished demeanor, the shift in his voice, and the way he carried himself after prison. Before long, regular people turned into amateur forensic analysts, zooming in on old photos, isolating audio clips, comparing facial features, and breaking down the timeline like they were working on a Netflix documentary. Some fans even resurfaced footage of other celebrities who disappeared and reemerged looking drastically different, trying to connect Gucci's situation to a bigger pattern. Whether people believed the theory or not, one thing was undeniable. The internet hadn't seen a conspiracy get this much traction in a long time, and the discussion was too entertaining to look away from. And now, after all the digging, resurfaced clips, explosive rants, shocking claims, and viral fan theories, it all comes down to one simple question. Is this the result of a man genuinely transforming his life, getting clean, getting healthy, and stepping into a new chapter? Or is this one of the wildest open secrets in the industry, a story people whispered about for years that's finally being dragged into the spotlight? Clone or transformation? You tell me. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Choose your side, and let's see where the majority stands, because this debate isn't slowing down anytime soon.